Hi, this computer you see right here is an old one. It's slow, dusty, and definitely needs an upgrade. In this video, we're going to rebuild it, step by step, turning it from a weak office PC into a solid gaming machine. Let's get started. First, we need to carefully remove all cables. Some cables are difficult to remove, so they should be removed gently to avoid any accidents. Before you begin unscrewing screws, prepare the following tools: a screwdriver suitable for the head shape, a small box or magnetic surface to store the screws so they don't get lost. While unscrewing, calmly unscrew the screws one by one. Place each screw directly into the container or onto the magnet. If they are different sizes, arrange or separate them according to their location. Avoid dropping the screws or using excessive force. After removing the motherboard, place it on a cardboard box or any cardboard surface to prevent electrical contact or any mistakes that could damage its sensitive components. Then we remove the RAM. This existing RAM contains 2 GB and is DDR3. Now we remove the cooler. Then clean off the old thermal paste. To take out the processor, lift the socket lever and gently remove the CPU, placing it in a safe location. Here we have an Intel Pentium G2020 processor with 2 cores and 2 threads, as you can see. Next, we clean the motherboard thoroughly using a dust blower or a dedicated dust removal tool. As you can see, there are some traces of oxidation on the motherboard. So we need an oxidation remover like the one shown below. We spray a light amount of it only on the areas where oxidation is evident. Then use a suitable brush or a gentle cleaning tool to scrub those areas for the best results. Then we dry it, of course, using a dust blower. After that, we remove the motherboard battery. It's a small CR2032 battery that stores the BIOS settings, date, and time, and replace it with a new one. I'll clean the old cooler, as it's still usable. Our goal is to reduce the cost of upgrading so anyone can develop a similar device without having to buy entirely new parts. Oops, I ran into an issue while working. One of the cooler's legs was broken. Now we're going to start assembling the components. First, we install the processor, which is an Intel Core i5-3470 with 4 cores. After placing it correctly in the socket, we apply the thermal paste in the appropriate amount. Fortunately, I had another damaged cooler, so I removed the small broken piece and replaced it with the one from the spare cooler. Then we carefully mount the cooler on top and secure it in place. I upgraded the RAM from a single 2 GB stick to two 4 GB sticks. running at 1333 MHz, DDR3. And since the old case was worn out and outdated, I bought a new budget-friendly case from Twins. First, we open the side panel of the case and place the motherboard as the first component. This is an MSIH61 motherboard. We secure it firmly using the screws. I didn't replace the motherboard because it was working properly, and as we mentioned earlier, we're trying to upgrade the components with the lowest possible cost. I also chose a 450-watt power supply from Ari's Beast Power, so I can install a decent graphics card later. As we know, a bad power supply can cause many problems, so buying a reliable one helps avoid any potential damage. After that, we fasten the screws and organize the cables, securing them with zip ties. As we can see, the result looks clean, organized, and visually pleasing. Next, we close the side panel of the case. Here we have a 500 gigabyte HDD from Western Digital. It's recommended to use an SSD for the operating system and keep the HDD for games and programs. We place the hard drive in its slot and secure it with screws. Then we connect the power cable and the data cable that links it to the motherboard. After that, we plug in the remaining front panel cables, such as the power button, audio, and others, just like you can see in this image. Finally, we connect the power cable for the processor and the motherboard. Make sure to double-check all the connections so the system runs without any mistakes. Here are 4 budget-friendly graphics card options that pair well with the Intel Core, GB 53470, and are unlikely to cause a major bottleneck. Along with approximate USD price ranges, NVIDIA GTX 750 Ti, approximately 50 USD used market. NVIDIA GTX 950, 40 USD used market. NVIDIA GTX 1050, 50 USD used market. AMD Radeon RX 5704GB, exceed 45 USD used market. You can choose one of these depending on your budget and the performance target. And of course, I decided to go with the RX 5704 GB version. Here are its main advantages. It delivers excellent performance for 1080p gaming at medium to high settings. The 4 GB of VRAM provides enough memory for modern games and heavy applications. It offers great value for the price, especially in the used market. It supports DirectX 12 and Vulkan, which improves performance in newer titles. It pairs well with older processors like the i5-3470 without causing a significant bottleneck. This makes the RX 570 a strong and affordable choice for budget gaming and system upgrades. Now we carefully install the graphics card. We align it with the PCIe slot and insert it gently into its designated place. When pressing it down, we apply pressure on the card's bracket area, not on the fans, until we hear a click that confirms it's locked in. Next, we connect the power cable. This graphics card uses an 8-pin power connector, so we plug it in firmly to make sure it's secured and ready for use. After connecting the computer to power, installing Windows, and setting up the drivers, we perform a quick test to make sure all the components are working properly and that the temperatures are stable, and then test a few games to verify performance and stability. Now I'll leave you with the test footage. Far Cry 4 on high settings at 1080p, delivered between 35 and over 50 FPS.
We're coming up the road. Hit the brakes. Moving. Hurry! I'm going to leave you alone. Gods, protect me.
World War Z on ultra settings at 1080p achieved between 65 and above 80 FPS.
Yeah, really? I don't... maybe the grunts will wipe him out on the front. Guys?
Eyes open, we gotta hide her. There's too many. Get to the elevator.
The elevator button.
I hit the button.
Going down.
Dan, you there?
Always.
We're headed down. Had a food. Gotta go now. You coming? Over.
Look, I got food and booze for a month. Jarheads will be here by then. I'm gonna wait it out, but I'll keep an eye out for you.
Jesus Christ. Look down.
Doom, on high settings at 1080p, ran between 47 and more than 50 frames per second.
The Super Gore Nest location is nearby. This is the site where the invasion began, the oldest and most corrupted location on the planet. The Ark fought hard, but they were eventually driven out by the demons.
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, enable notifications, and leave a comment below the video.